returns in the place of Chelsea's Mickey Thomas, who is injured now. Northern Ireland also make one change from the team, which really let England off the hook at Wembley, when Hamilton in particular spurned fine chances. Jimmy Nicholl is unfit, so Nigel Worthington wins his first cap for his country at the end of a season which has seen him promoted with his new club, Sheffield Wednesday. Well, it's a chilly, damp evening in Swansea, but there's a keen edge among the outsiders to cause further embarrassment to those who consider them not sufficiently attractive opposition by providing a winner here and thereby probably providing the winner of the last British Championships. And the Irish, who currently lead the table, not without support. By Jacket, and the first touch for Pat Jennings, who made his debut on this ground back in 1964. James. Donaghy. O'Neill. McElroy makes a run in the inside left position. Oh, not a bad try by Norman Whiteside in the inside right position. I think defenders, like the commentator, were somewhat preoccupied with the run made by McElroy. If Whiteside, who was doubtful because of an ankle injury, certainly doesn't hesitate to have a go then. Cullen losing out, McElhinney covering, in spite of being fouled by Hughes. Phillips. Stewart doing well. But Phillips was watching him well. Even when the ball was going over Phillips' head, he was taking time just to check on where the Irishman had gone. Stewart with the corner. Robbie James. 5 Irishmen in the middle. Oh, good save, marvellous save. It was Norman Whiteside who struck the ball, and Neville Southall really did well. Phillips looking over his head. As the cross comes in, he'll look at the number 2, he looks over his head, realises he's lost the man behind him, and it was a really well-struck shot and a brilliant save. Davies. 2 spots of rain. And the Welsh have a free kick in a position which the crowd clearly sees as promising. Jerry Jones has come up, and so has Jeff Hopkins. Jones number 3, Hopkins number 5 on the near side. Who's just in front of them, and Rush even further forward. Ratcliffe trying to do rather better than from the free kick. Hughes, not a bad try. And it was a good ball by Kevin Ratcliffe. Although in a way it had a little bit too much spin. As we'll see now, it's curling back a little bit. If it had gone forward slightly more, Hughes would have had a better chance, but he didn't waste any time hoping to catch Jennings off his line. Slightly deeper than the last one. Same permutation in the box. Rush goes first, Hughes comes behind him, gets a good header. Got his head in front of his marker, but didn't get as much meat of the ball as he would have liked. Phillips, who took the kick, Rush, who went first, in comes Hughes behind him. John McClellan. Oh, he did not look Worthington. And with a player like Ian Rush around, could so easily have been fatal. Did I see a blush on his face? I think I did. This is Robbie James, who's made some pretty powerful runs from midfield and very nearly got Rush in there. And Pat Jennings, I think, got a kick in the face. Oh, dear. I think it's a bloodied nose. It's the first time he's had to exert himself in this match. And it came again from a really powerful run from midfield by Robbie James. Will bring him looking a little concerned. Pat Jennings, the last man he wants to be without against Finland. Jennings blooded everywhere now. Oh dear, what a sight. But he can have a wash and brush up at half-time. As he clears the ball, the whistle goes for half-time, with Pat Jennings' face the same colour as the palm of his gloves. He really only had to make one save in the half, and it denied the one real threat that we've seen from Ian Rush. The half-time score is 0-0. Facial injury to Pat Jennings, forcing Northern Ireland to bring Jim Platt into the fray at the start of the second half. Northern Ireland now attacking the goal to our left, and the two managers just making their way to take their seats. Billy Bingham clearly taking no chances for Pat Jennings. Is that Pat Jennings, who has a badly bruised nose, is slightly concussed. Armstrong, Martin O'Neill, and as the public address announcer informs the crowd, we can look at Pat Jennings, who is fit enough at least to watch the rest of the match and be fit to play against Finland, while Jim Platt takes his place here in the British Championship against Wales. It really is a very, very quiet start to the second half. Has 5 minutes, which the atmosphere has been as quiet as a church hall. I don't know if the mice would have been disturbed either. But here is Hughes, and the first time that Jim Platt is going to touch the ball, it will be to pick the ball out of the net. And suddenly the whole atmosphere changes, and Mark Hughes scores his second goal on only his second appearance. Timing of the goal, 51 minutes. His determination took him through there, and woof. Here's Robbie James. And suddenly the Betchfield has woken up again. Bit of an attempt at a trip, which was good enough for the referee to give a free kick. This is how Hughes forced his way through. Certainly took it on the chest, albeit high up. Platt, no chance. Worthington, Whiteside is offside. Good battling by Rush. Jacket. Rush once more. he was a bit unlucky, but the point surely made about Ian Rush being the provider. Really battled for that ball then. Seemed to have lost it a couple of times, but got it with great determination. Little touch from Jacket, and it was Jacket came back again to Rush, and here is Hughes, and the right foot shot was not too far away. Whiteside, Phillips, Hughes looking to turn on it and go. Rush went slightly too soon. And a substitution going to be made by the Welsh. Gordon Davis goes off to be replaced by Nigel Vaughan of Cardiff City. So in terms of team tactics, a straight swap. Hopkins, not for the first time, finding that Billy Hamilton was jumping at him and not at the ball. And this time a free kick is given. Southall nothing like as busy as on Saturday. Hughes, withstood the challenge from behind but couldn't get it off Martin O'Neill, but the challenge from behind has brought the free kick. Free kick coming precisely at the halfway point of the second half. James and Jacket poised for long runs at the ball. Alan Davis on the ball at the moment. And here's James. Got a deflection and there's a corner. Still didn't quite get the free kick cleanly, I don't think, Wales. It produces their first corner of the match. We'll have to wait until we moved into the last quarter of the contest to find it. That's not the cleanest punch. Across, Hughes couldn't get up to it. Here's Vaughan. Hughes, Vaughan. Jacket, and over the top by Ian Rush from inside the 6-yard box. He smiles about it. Little doubt in my mind that when the ball came to Kenny Jacket, that this was intended as a shot, but he didn't get it right, went straight to Rush, who tipped it over the top. Kevin Ratcliffe. Ball's going to be spaced this side if James can get there. Worthington just ahead of him. Did well did Nigel Worthington, but so did Kevin Ratcliffe. Second Welsh goal would be no great surprise. Davis, little dink one in again a little bit further. Jacket, straight to Platt, who was just outside the 6-yard area, as you can see. Push by Jacket. O'Neill. Hamilton going in, Southall in trouble, and there is the equaliser. And it's Armstrong who has his arm aloft to claim it. 74 minutes, 1-1, and the goal coming against the balance of play. But suddenly, there were the two big men in the middle. It didn't go as far as Hamilton. It was Armstrong in front of him who claims the goal, but it may well have been deflected off Jeff Hopkins. Flags being waved. Never underestimate the Irish, particularly during the reign of Billy Bingham. Hughes, Hopkins, Ratcliffe. They're encamped in the Irish half, but they've lost possession, and we're into the last minute. Stewart uses his shoulder well. Reddington. Nothing has been a lost cause for Robbie James. Hopkins. And the referee brings an end to the last meeting of these two very sharply on the whistle. And once again, the title would seem to rest between England and Scotland at Hampden on Saturday. Disappointing particularly for Mike England, whose side seemed to be in control, were looking for the second goal, when suddenly Northern Ireland, as they've done so often in the past, came back to say a lot for themselves and to equalise the goal scored by Hughes with one by Armstrong. So with many youngsters on the pitch at the Vetchfield, the 88th and last meeting between Wales and Northern Ireland in the British Championship ends at 1 each.